Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to this hour of English Journey with your teacher Alan. And in this lesson, in this intermediate level lesson, we are discussing famous things. And one of the famous things that we're doing is hybrid cars. Okay, so we'll discuss the phenomenon of the hybrid car. So we'll wait for the students to join, and as soon as that happens, we'll start.
Where is my best of best teacher?
Welcome.
Hello, how are you?
How are you, Rinat? I'm very well.
Everything's great. Yeah,
Good to see you.
fine, I'm fine. Me too. Good to see you again. So, nothing news. Everything how to say, safe and sound.
Yeah,
Uh,
everything's
yeah, everything is started to have this everyday routine. Teaching lessons, preparing lessons, and having evening your lessons, and I'm making stuff with my study in master degree.
Wow, you must be flat out.
Yeah, I'm barely making this and all of this stuff. Before I thought that studying in master degree is going to be easy, but it's not like that actually now.
Yeah, it takes.
I have to attend to the lessons at the same time, do my research work and write these lesson plans and write this compile different kind of reports. So yeah, I have my busy days now, and of course I have to maintain, not only maintain, even support my English. So,
Well, I think
today I used your idiom.
did you?
Without further ado, let's get started the lesson.
Really? Oh, you used it in
Let's get
class.
started the lesson. Yeah.
Awesome. Did you get any questions from the students? Did they ask, what does that mean?
Yeah, they they asked immediately. I said some of them just guessed that it's me without talking very much. Let's get down to business. Like
Very good. Very good. There you go. I'm happy you're implementing what you're learning. Makes me happy.
actually, I think my students like a good platform for my English.
This is exactly everything you learn, you
Yeah.
can implement it straight away. You know, it's meant to be this way. It's meant to be for you to perfect your English.
Yeah, I think, and I'm very lucky maybe teaching in English now. My
Yeah.
students use their English is quite good. Of course, not like my English, a little bit low, but it is perfect platform for me because if they were best of the best, I would feel myself
You will be a bit.
not in my flat. Is it correct? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, it wouldn't suit you. Maybe you wouldn't like it.
Yes,
But you know, the best way to learn something is to
learning
teach
by
it.
doing, they said.
You know, yeah,
even
like
teaching.
so. If you've just learned something new, the best way to learn it properly or to keep it in your brain is to teach it straight away. So this is a perfect opportunity. Honestly, I have to say, you're very, very fortunate to be able to do that. You know, and I think your students, they are what, Prep 2?
Sorry?
Are they Prep 2? Like, what year are they? How old are your
They're
students?
12 grade students. It's about 16,
Wow, so
15,
they're high
16 years
school.
old. Yeah, it's high school.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. So you can have really good conversations with them.
Yes, yes, yes. We're
Yeah.
having, and they always they want to keep like they don't want to keep in English. They try to speak in Kazakh, but I am always speaking them. Keep in English. We have to keep because otherwise we can. If I will avoid them, allow them to speak once in Kazakh and twice in Kazakh, then it can be as a hobby or
Mhm.
as a usual thing. And after time, we can mix if we will have some difficulties. So it's much better. I think it's better to speak to skip. No, not skip. Skip in English, yeah. Sketch or stick in English, yeah.
To stick to English, yeah.
To stick to English, yeah.
Absolutely. Mhm. Yeah, I was in the same boat when I was in Egypt and I was teaching there for the international schools. I mean, all the kids were, you know, Egyptian, so I was speaking in English all the time, even though I could understand some of the Arabic.
You could understand the
I
rule.
told them I had some rules. I had 3 rules, you know. One of the 3 rules was speak English all the time. Yeah, so only English is to be spoken in class.
To speak, but
Apart
Yes,
from
yes.
myself,
no,
I can speak in Arabic to them, but they're not allowed to reply in Arabic.
this stick in English. Yeah.
Yeah, so that
Not to
was
speak to English. Yeah.
Stick to English, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it's a problem again.
oh, there's another echo.
And I was teaching there
Repeat. Hello, Andre.
for the international schools. I mean, all the kids were, you know, Egyptian.
You can say hi and wait
I
10
was
seconds.
speaking English all the time.
Andre, I think you might have 2 videos on.
I haven't parallel
I told them
to
I had some rules. I had
stream.
3.
Yeah, you have to close one. Andre, you have to close one window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Boris.
Hi.
I just wanted
Yeah,
to
that's
mention
better. That's excellent.
my
Hello.
students, their parents came to me and asked, maybe sometimes you should explain in Kazakh. I said, okay, I can do it, but it will not help to your child if he or she can get used to speak in Kazakh. They will not ever develop their English quite good. They will always tend to speak in Kazakh if they will meet some difficulties. Maybe at the first month or this first month it's going to be difficult. After first month they can get used to their ear, get used for English language, and after then they will feel free.
Yeah, it takes time. The beginning stage, because you just started, you know, the year, the school just started, so they have to get used to it. And you're always going to have different levels of students. Some might actually speak better, a lot better, you know, English than the others. So those weaker students, what you have to do, if they're really struggling, then you're going to actually have to...
Actually, they're not really struggling, I would say.
Yeah, well, you know better than, I mean, I'm not there. I don't know how your students are. But if there are really weak students that they don't have a clue about English, then you need to explain to them in your own language. Because it's not fair then, you know.
They are not struggling. Maybe they are having this fear of mistakes, you know. They don't have the self-esteem to deliver what they are thinking about. They are not unsure. Yeah. They are unsure about their English. And I told them it's not English language. You have to speak in English even with mistakes.
Yeah.
So the main thing is that we could understand each other, and that's all.
Because they will learn through mistakes, and you correct them, and those mistakes will not happen again. This is why you encourage them to speak. Boris and Andre, sorry, we are just having a teacher-to-teacher talk. Rinat, he's a math teacher, and he's teaching mathematics in his school, but in English. So he was just sharing some of the experiences. Yeah. So Andre, you're a new student.
Yes.
Is this your first? Is this your first lesson?
Yes, but I watched some before.
Excellent.
Maybe with you and other teachers.
Oh, lovely, lovely. So you've been watching us.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice. Okay, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Ukraine, from Kiev.
Oh, nice. You're living in Kiev now, yeah?
Yes, I'm living in Kiev with my wife. I have a job here and many different things. I'm a composer.
How is the situation in Kiev? We are warning.
The situation in Kiev is good, but in our country not so good, as you know. We have a war with Russia.
Yeah, it's the eastern part that's the troubled area, the eastern part of Ukraine. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's not get too political. Let's stick to English teaching. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Andre. What are your hobbies? You were about to say your profession, I think, or what do you?
As I said, I am a composer and musicologist.
Oh,
composer.
Very
yes.
nice.
I write music, avant-garde music, jazz music, rock music, different things. But I'm working as a manager in a company which are selling musical devices for studio. I mean, sound cards, audio monitors, and so on.
Excellent. Very good.
And also I'm working as a teacher, but in different sphere. I'm a musical teacher. I teach students in the high school, sound engineering, and so on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So music is definitely your thing.
Yes. That is why I have no hobby in music.
What reason are you studying English? Because I see you have not bad English.
Because I want to emigrate.
No, maybe I just hope that you started it before, maybe 10 or more years ago, and you are using English on your job. I thought it's connected with this reason.
I use English, of course, in my job because I have duty to contact with vendors around the world. I mean, I need to order some goodies which we import in Ukraine and selling here from our company. And of course, I always need to use English in everyday use to write mails, to talking by phone with America, with Europe. That's the main reason. The reasons are there.
Lovely, that's great. So you're looking to move to New Zealand, I think I heard. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
The main reason why I enjoy to your lessons, preparing IELTS tests, and I think it will be through the near 2, maybe 3 months.
Yes.
I want to prepare more.
As much as you can, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that will definitely help you. Okay, well, I'm really glad you joined. I'm happy and honored to be in your midst, to be in your presence.
My pleasure to talk with you.
And I'm Australian. So we would be neighbors if you moved to New Zealand. But I'm not living in Australia. I'm living in the UK, and I've been here for about 2.5 years now. I think you must have heard my introductions already, maybe from one of the other classes.
Yeah. I always wondered and wanted to ask, why are you saying that you are Australian? You was born in Bosnia, I think.
Yes, I was born there. However, I am a national citizen of Australia.
Oh, yeah. I understand.
I've been actually since birth, believe it or not. I've had an Australian passport since birth, even though I wasn't born in Australia. So go figure that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Yes, yes. My parents met in Australia, so this is what gave me the passport. And I was there most of my life anyways. I was educated
So
there.
you are feeling yourself like Australian then?
I like an Aussie, yeah. Yeah. Okay, look, I think we better get started with the lesson because we are running out of time chit-chatting. Andrei, very nice to meet you. Honestly, I'm happy you joined. And Boris is also here. Sorry, Boris, we've left you. It seems like we left you a bit in the dark. How was your day, Boris?
Oh, fine. Oh, fine. But I have to work hard today.
You had to work hard today?
Yeah.
Oh, at work, yeah?
Sorry?
You had to work hard today at work? Was it a difficult day?
Yes, yes.
Well, at least you got the weekend to look forward to. It's Friday. It's the last day of the week, so it's the weekend. Thank God it's Friday, like we always say.
Yes, it's a good day.
Yes, you know, here in the West, the people they can't wait for the weekend to come to relax a little bit because Monday to Friday it's such a stringent routine that everyone is involved in. You know, 9 to 5 usually everyone's working. After that, maybe you go to the gym if you have the time or the willpower. Then if you have a family, you have to pick up kids, drop them elsewhere, take them to football practice, whatever. And then if you get some time, maybe you can sit down with your family, and by the time you know it, it's 9 or 10 o'clock, time to read a bedtime story for your children and up to bed. So this is pretty much 5 days a week, so we can't wait for the weekend. So without further ado, let us begin. Andrei, I think you've heard one of my introductions from before, so I don't need to dwell on that anymore. This lesson is an intermediate lesson, and we are talking about famous things. And the famous things, or the famous thing rather, is the hybrid car. Okay, so that's what we'll look at today. So before we read the article, we'll have a look at these questions here on the right, just to discuss and get you going a bit more. So what's a hybrid car? Who can tell me?
Hybrid car? I can tell. Hybrid car is like it's a green car. It used electricity, and its usage of gas is very small with comparison engine car. And of course, it has engine too, and when it use engine, then he can collect or gather the electricity on its accumulator, and after then it can use this energy, saved energy, for riding or for like without gas.
Yes.
It's very beneficial. It's very efficiently.
Yeah, it's a very efficient car.
Yeah, but of course it's very expensive nowadays. It's comparison with engine car.
You're right, because it's a very new technology and it hasn't been globalized, perhaps. Yeah, there are only very few manufacturers, car manufacturers, that make hybrid cars. Yeah, so it basically it runs on two motors or two things, so either gasoline or electricity or both, at the same time even. So these are the things that make a hybrid car. We also have hybrid bicycles.
Yes.
Yeah, between a mountain bike and a road bike. You have those really thin tires on bikes. These are the road bikes like you see on Tour de France, they're very thin. And you have the mountain bike, with the thicker tires. And you have something in between, which is called a hybrid. Okay, so do you know anyone who owns a hybrid car?
Actually, my classmate has a hybrid car.
Really? What car is it? What manufacturer?
Toyota, and I forgot the exact name, but the general is from Toyota.
Prius. Is it Prius? Toyota Prius.
Yes. Toyota Prius. What did you say?
Yeah, Prius or Prius.
Yeah, and he bought it for $45,000, so it's very, very, very expensive here.
Well, think of
but
it.
He says that how can I say expense? Yeah, gas expense is only 3 liters. Is it expense?
The cost, you mean?
No.
It spends only 3 liters, 3 or 5 liters for 100 kilometers.
100 kilometers. Yes, it's usage.
Oh, right. Yes. The
usage of petrol, of gas.
Right. So 3 liters per 100 kilometers. That's amazing. That's absolutely
amazing. What is it? Expense, yeah? 3 liters for...
No, the usage, you might say. The
usage, yeah? Okay. Usage, okay.
Unfortunately, in Kyiv, it's not so popular type of transport because we have no infrastructure for that.
Yes. Important.
Yes.
The infrastructure has to be there.
But only now I saw maybe last week very interesting TV report about the first Tesla Model S fully electrical car in Ukraine. It's the first example here, and I was impressed really because it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic thing, and I liked it really so much.
Yeah, the new Tesla is a big thing. Everyone's talking about it. Yeah, it's amazing. And so if you were to buy a hybrid car now, even though they're expensive, like Rinat's friend bought one. He's thinking of it as an investment. This is a future investment or a lifetime investment. So he's probably not going to buy a car ever again after this one. Yeah, this will last him. So if you keep that car for minimum, let's say 20 years or even 10 years, you would save a huge chunk of money.
Yeah,
So that extra,
my friend.
yeah, that extra money you're going to spend on the buying the car, you'll be paid off by not spending much money on petrol.
And my friend actually says that it can pay it off itself for 10 years.
There you go.
Years.
There you
Because
go.
of this, you know, the price for gas is always increasing.
Rising up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
But we all know that no warranty that after the first clash or impact.
Yeah, accident. Oh.
Yes, accident. This car will.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think good argument. But this company who sells this car, they are giving guarantee. If something will happen with these engines or electric motor, they will do it themselves for their cost. But if they will have from accident, then my friend bought this insurance again. So he already thought about them.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like in Russia or in the Ukraine and in Kazakhstan, but here in the UK, it's compulsory to insure your car. You have to have your car insured, otherwise it's not road legal.
Yes.
In Australia,
in
is that the same?
The same way in Ukraine also.
Mm-hmm.
Without insurance, you have no.
To drive, yeah.
I see. Okay, so it's.
I mean, of course, we have to have this insurance when we are driving, but this insurance only for the case when we will hit another car. These owners will hit another car. Then this insurance will pay to money to repair the other car. And my friend bought this, how to say, double security. If he is not even right, if he is a person,
if it was his fault.
If it is even his fault, then they will repair this car too. Even though,
yeah, you probably.
Casco.
Yes. You probably call that full cover insurance.
Yeah, full cover.
Excellent.
Casco, we told it. Casco is just the name of this company, I think. That's way better.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the hybrid cars now, and so maybe we can start reading now, huh? What do you say? Have a look. Okay, so Boris, can you start reading from the top, please?
Okay. A hybrid car is a car that can be powered by gasoline or electricity, or both at the same time. The idea of hybrid vehicles is not new. In the mid
600.
Okay, 1 second. We can say this two ways. Okay, we can say 1600s.
1600s, yes.
This is the common way, or 1600s. So more 1600s. 1600s, yeah.
In the mid 1600s, Jesuit priest worked on plans for a carriage that could either be pulled by a horse or run by steam. More recently, an American named Piper invented a system in 1905 in which an electric motor could be used to increase the power of a gasoline engine. About the same time, hybrid vehicles were developed, built and used commercially in England, France.
Commercially
in England, France, Belgium, and Germany.
Belgium, we say Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Belgium.
Excellent. Yeah, that was good. Well read. I hope you guys are also, focusing on the text. Yeah, because we're gonna have some comprehension questions after that. All right. So let's get Andre. Could you read the next two paragraphs, please?
In North America, hybrid vehicles were built by automotive firm in Chicago and Ontario from 1914 into the 1940s, but they could not reach very high speeds. Most customers choose gasoline-powered cars because they were faster and gas was cheap and plentiful. Hybrid cars are more environmentally friendly and more fuel efficient. However, by the late 90s, North Americans were more interested in buying hybrids because pollution was getting worse and gas prices were increasing due to problem with fuel supplies.
Excellent. Well read, Andre. Thank you very much.
Enough.
Okay, let's get Rina to finish it off.
In 1997, Toyota introduced and sold 18,000 Prius hybrid cars in Japan. This made the Prius the world's first successful mass-produced hybrid vehicle. It was sold in North America in 2000. It could go about 52 miles on a gallon of gas. Its battery didn't have to be plugged in, and it had room for 5 people. Over 110,000 of these Prius hybrids were sold in over 20 countries. In 2004, Toyota introduced a more powerful and roomier version of the Prius. Other automotive manufacturers, including Honda, Lexus, Ford, and Chevrolet, now sell hybrid cars and sport utility vehicles. Although hybrids cost more than gas-powered vehicles, they are expected to become less expensive as technology improves and demand for them grows.
Excellent. Well read. Thank you very much. Okay, so hybrids, as we can see, have been around for longer than we think. Yeah. So now, before we get into the vocabulary, let's have a look at these statements on the right. We have 5 statements, and I want you to tell me, after reading these statements, if they're true or false. Okay, so Boris, you can do the first one.
The idea of hybrid vehicles is almost 400 years old. 400, yes, it's true. The first idea appeared in 16th century. In 16th.
Almost.
In 1600s. 1600s. Yeah.
That's the one. Excellent. So you're going to remember this now, yes? 1600s. Yeah, excellent. You're right. So it was correct. True. Very good. Number 2, Andre?
Hybrid vehicles were built in Europe before North America. I don't remember. No, it's false, because as I see, the first car, electrical car, was built in Chicago, 1914. As I saw. Maybe I'm wrong.
Does anyone disagree?
I disagree, I think.
Okay, so you think it's true?
I think it's true because you you are hesitating. But I was my previous thought was the same with was it Boris or Andrei? But I remember there were mentioned countries like Germany and England.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm thinking about maybe Europe was the first place where like hybrids were used.
Yes, you're right. See? So, about the same time, hybrid vehicles were developed, built, and used commercially in England, France, Belgium, and Germany. So there were, yeah, that's the proof right there. Okay. Number 3, Rinat.
One of the advantages of the early hybrids was the fast speed they could reach. Oh, it's false. I am sure because it was maybe
Slow.
disadvantage. They cannot reach this high speed, and that's why they lost their consumers lost their interest to buying them. They couldn't reach good speed, enough speed.
Yeah, that's right.
Do we agree? Yep, absolutely. So it is definitely false, and it mentioned it at the very top. Yeah, by the late 1990s, North Americans were more interested in buying hybrids because pollution was getting worse and gas prices were increasing due to problems with fuel supplies. But it's mentioned somewhere else, I think above here. Sorry, above.
Paragraph, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, most consumers chose gasoline-powered cars because they were faster. Exactly. Okay, number 4, Boris.
The increase in pollution increased the interest in hybrids. Yes, it's true.
True?
Yeah, this is true.
True.
Yeah, exactly. Because I just read the
Because
sentence.
you just read it.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah. So it was true. All right, number 5.
It's me. Hybrids are more expensive to run but cheaper to buy than gasoline-powered vehicle. Vice versa. Absolutely, it's false. Because in the usage, the hybrid car is more efficient and cheaper than gasoline-powered.
Yeah, very good. Exactly. Spot on. All right, so let's scroll down a bit and look at the vocabulary that we have to learn. So now, 13 words on the left and a list of definitions on the right. So they're obviously not matching, so you have to match those definitions. So Boris, number 1.
Hybrid is something made from a mix of two things. E point.
Very good. A quick sentence, please.
Hybrid vehicles are very expensive to buy.
Perfect. Nice. Spot on. Okay, number 2. Rinat?
Vehicle. Am I pronouncing right?
Actually, the H is silent. It's the vehicle.
Vehicle. Okay. It's kind of cars. What is it? Big cars.
Vehicle.
Is a big
vehicle. Big car, I think. Yeah. So I cannot find.
Vehicle is like a car.
Like a car, but is a bigger area, not area.
Mm-mm.
Yes. I need
Bigger, having more space?
No.
I don't think it is.
Mm-mm.
it's a bigger concept.
Something used to move people or things?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's right.
So a vehicle, that's got nothing to do with size. Okay, guys.
Yes, yes.
So
I mean it's not it's maybe not a car. It's just a um, simple cart.
Vehicle.
a vehicle can be
Vehicle and
anything, anything that
lorry.
transports people.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a carriage, cart.
Yeah, a small car, a big car. You know, these are all vehicles.
okay.
A
I thought
van,
maybe big car.
Also, the vehicle.
vehicle.
Yeah.
It can be an armored vehicle, you know, for the army. Armored, as in it's got reinforced windows and metal and shell. So that's an armored vehicle. So we're not going to say armored car. Yeah. So we say armored vehicle. All right. Okay, let's do the next one. 3.
Priest.
Andre?
Priest, it's a church leader, but its definition is not correct for me. It's rather a monk, but not church leader.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. Well, in a sense, he is like, you know, he leads the worshippers
Maybe,
of the
yes.
Christian
Maybe
faith.
maybe at that time he was really a leader and innovative person. Yeah.
But nowadays, if you say monk, you wouldn't think of a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you
When
see
we
what
are
I mean?
saying monk, we are imagining this Tibet's monk.
Yeah, the Buddhist monks, perhaps.
Buddhist.
Not necessary. It's usual concept of priests.
Yeah, you are right. It's unnecessary, but we are. It's our.
Yeah, usually as a Buddhist or something like that.
You are right.
I need to think sentences, yeah?
Yes, please.
A moment. The Russian church priests are usually riding the big vehicles in Kiev, for example.
Yeah. And usually they are bulletproof. Yeah, especially if it's you know, important people, priests who have high status, perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the archbishop or the pope, for example, in Italy, and high status, high level, you know. Then they would definitely be in armored vehicles. Okay, number 4. Boris?
Event is create, make something new.
Yep,
End point.
exactly. Very good. Give us a sentence with that.
Hybrid vehicles were invented in 1600s.
Yeah, good. Hybrid vehicles were invented in the 1600s. Perfect. Very well done. All right, number 5. Rinat.
Commercially related to business, I think. There cannot be any closer meaning. Commercially.
Yes, you're right. Related to business.
And,
How to use commercially.
How to use. This project can be commercially beneficial. for our company.
Very good. Excellent. Perfect sentence. I like it. This project, yeah, can be commercially beneficial to our company.
Go.
Okay. Next one.
The firm. It's a company, or maybe plant, or corporation like Volkswagen Group, for example.
Yeah. Yep.
Build something, produce something, and so on. Sentences. I like Volkswagen because this firm produces very good and
Reliable car.
reliable cars.
Excellent. That's good. You see, I like it when my students are, you know, trying to use as many vocabulary as possible in a sentence. As long as it makes sense, it's all good. So I encourage you to use adjectives and adverbs and so on, because where else can you practice?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the time. This is why I'm doing these with you. Yeah. Sometimes we have a full class, like 7 students or 8 students, and we can't always do that. But now the 3 of you are privileged because there's only the 3 of you in here. Okay. Rinat has been privileged a lot at the very beginning because sometimes he was the only student in my class. So yeah, it's good that you're using the full sentence and use as many vocab as you can to describe these words. So number 7.
Consumer. Consumer is a buyer. Person who uses things. See.
Yeah.
Consumer, I think.
Yeah, consumer. Consumer. So there's a difference between consumer and buyer.
Well, buyer is
There's a relationship, definitely. You have to buy.
Yes, but not buyer is a consumer. But not all consumers are buyers.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah. Eventually, the buyer becomes the consumer after having purchased the product. Yeah. Because a consumer, or this word comes from the verb
consume.
Exactly. Consume. To consume something. To use something. To make use of something. So what are you going to make use of? The product which you bought. Alrighty?
Yeah.
Excellent. Alright, let's do the next one. 8.
Plentiful. Existing in large amounts. Even though Kazakhstan has plentiful place to get oil, the price of gasoline is increasing.
Very good. I like it. You thought of that on the spot. Very good, yes. Even though Kazakhstan has plentiful resources or places of oil, yeah, the prices are still rising. Okay. Next one.
Pollution, dirt, contamination, waste, smoke. Sentences. The air in the most big cities get worse because of increasing of pollution, or pollution increases.
You can say because of the increase of pollution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because of
the increase of pollution. Okay, very good. And number 10?
Roomier. Bigger, having more space.
Good.
Roomier, yeah?
Yeah, roomier.
Roomier.
Yeah.
From room.
Yeah, it comes from the room.
Room is a space.
Yes.
So tell me first, grammatically, what is this? A noun? An adjective?
Noun.
Roomy adjective.
Roomy adjective. Adjective.
Yes.
Adjective.
So what's roomia? We're describing something, yeah? What's roomia?
I like roomy flat.
Exactly, flats or houses, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to live in a roomia flat or apartment. It's more spacious, basically. Yeah?
Spacious.
Or this flat looks very roomy. So roomia, yeah, is the comparative adjective, yeah? Don't forget. This is the roomiest flat that we have seen. This is now superlative, yeah? Okay. All right, next one.
Version. Form, kind, type. I have a word that in 2 months Windows is going to represent its new version of operation system.
Excellent, very good.
New iPhone.
Huh?
Like new iPhone yesterday.
Exactly, like the new iPhone, yeah. Who likes the new iPhone? Who is excited about the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus?
I'm not, absolutely.
You're not? Well, I never owned
But
an
I have one.
Sorry?
But I have iPhone 4S.
Oh, you have an iPhone.
I use almost all Apple production.
Oh, good.
Even now, I'm talking with you through my MacBook Pro.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah, I'm also using a MacBook Pro, and this is the only Mac product that I have. I have had an iPod Touch before, but yeah, when it comes to phones, smartphones, I prefer Android because they're just a bit more customizable. This is my personal preference.
Android and Apple.
Yeah. Okay, let's finish this off. We've got 5 minutes, guys. So
Improve, make better.
Yeah.
I want to improve my English skills.
Very good. Nice. And the last one?
Demand. Asking for something.
Request.
Demand. The demand of vehicles. The demand of cars in Russia decreased every day.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Yeah, so demand can be a noun or a verb, yeah? So what you've explained is the noun, yeah? And you can use it as a verb as well. How would you use demand in a verb, as a verb in a sentence?
English speaking, can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Persons who are able to speak in English fluently, they are on demand in job market. Or in demand.
They are in demand. Is that a verb though? They're being sought after.
Oh, yeah, nice.
It's also noun, but I demand for help or something.
Okay, I demand.
Or maybe some.
I demand excellence from my students. I demand perfection. Basically, I want from you. I want perfection. Or the president demanded that the soldiers retreat. Yeah, so he told the soldiers to retreat. Okay, very good. Now, let's use those in these sentences here. Rinat, the first one.
Our apartment is very small. We are going to move to a roomier place.
Excellent. We're gonna move to a roomier place. Very good. Next one. Boris?
In some large cities, people sometimes wear face masks when the face mask when the pollution is very bad.
Yes, good. Yeah, pollution. In some large cities, people sometimes wear face masks when the pollution is very bad. Which cities do you see that?
Tokyo, for example.
Yes, very good. You see the cyclists usually.
Moscow also.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Moscow is pretty polluted as well.
He works for a large manufacturing firm with over 1,000 employees. Yeah.
Firm, yeah, manufacturing firm. Excellent. Yes, very good. Okay, number 4.
This movie is a remake of an old French movie. I like the French version better than the new American one.
Yeah, I like the French version better than the new American one. Very good. Okay, next one.
Many of the fruits that are so plentiful in the summer are hard to get in the winter. Plentiful.
Plentiful? Is it plentiful? Yes, it is. So many of the fruits that are so plentiful in the summer are hard to get in the winter. Absolutely. And the next one?
You cannot park your vehicle on this street overnight.
Yeah, very good. Vehicle. Okay, and the last one?
If you practice speaking English every day, your English will improve quickly.
Very good. Well done, guys. Okay, that's excellent. So I think you already knew some of these before, but it's good to get practice and to, use your sentence structure and building. Anyway, so look, guys, the hour has come to an end. There's only one more exercise really left. So I'd like to thank you for joining. Do you have any questions?
It's okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Nice to meet you, Andre. I hope to see you soon again.
Next lesson also I want to.
Okay, excellent. Yes, if you're free, you're most welcome to join. I'd love to have you in that lesson as well. Okay, so Rinat and Boris, if you have the time, please join me for the next hour. If not, I wish you a lovely weekend. Okay. Bye, guys.